just right combination, creating a change in field. It's a packed offside all inside the 30-yard circle at the moment. What they have is a deep mid-wicket and a long on for Sanuth.
Well bowled. Wanted to go for a big hit. Just at the last moment, Sanuth deciding against it, playing it with soft hands and getting that single. So that is a good ball, because what that indicates is that the ball is dipping on the batsman, and it's not as easy as it would look to be. So you need to be really cautious when selecting your shots.
That's a good point. Good observation, Shoaib. Oh, this time, just going with the arm. Very good cricket, very good bowling here. Keeping things very tight at the moment. Gazanfar, always grabbing attention and eyeballs. Man has his own flair and grace in the middle, and quite a character, not just with bat, but in person too.
Oh yes, great company to have. Meanwhile, Shafqat has played this one high and handsome, but it's not gone the distance. A good catch there in the deep, and that means that it is wicket number 1 for Ruwi Rangers, and Ghubrah Giants strike. Kashif Ali strikes in the very first over.
Very good catch by Shahbaz Nasser. Very nicely taken in the deep. That had gone very high. He falls for the bait over here. The trap was laid, and it has worked for Captain Pranav Mehta. He got the off-spinner in operation, had the deep mid-wicket in place, and was waiting for that miscue, and a catch very nicely taken.
Yes, Shafqat has to walk back. It was the longer part of the boundary, and he couldn't clear it. 9 of 6. Ruwi Rangers are 12 for the loss of 1. Twelve for 1, and the new man in is Khalid Kail, one of my really special players I find in this Omani circuit. Is Khalid Kail, immensely talented and a wonderful player to watch.
Has he found the fielder just over the cover field, and that'll go for a 4. His heart would have been in his mouth. Sanuth Ibrahim, for a moment he thought he may have played it to the fielder at covers. May have just also brushed his fingers on the way to the boundary.
That was a good shot. Cleared his front foot and hit it hard over the 30-yard circle towards the extra cover region. Sanuth Ibrahim is looking like a different player altogether when it comes to D10. Very aggressive. Look at that. Again, goes inside out. Clears the 30-yard circle, clears the fielder as well, but won't go the distance. We'll get a couple more.
Yes, what I really like about this approach of Sanuth, he's not allowing the spinners to dominate him. And he's shuffling a lot and trying to play and improvise. This time again, just making room for himself and trying to play inside out. Didn't quite connect it, but had enough bat to go over the fielder. Nasser was just taken a catch. I'm sure he may have been entrusted. 2 overs gone, it's 18 for 1.
Two overs, 18 for 1. Khalid Kail yet to face a ball. Sanuth Ibrahim is on 9 of 16. Will be completing his allotted quota of 2 overs. And we saw that he was used in the first 3-4 overs yesterday as well.
Very good delivery. Looks like Khalid will still have to take some time to get off the mark. That may have come off the pad. We'll have to wait for some confirmation. Yes, just been given by Mujahid. You were talking about Khalid Kail. By far, I find him the mainstay of Ruwi Rangers. one who brings in a lot of maturity to this batting order, and that's why the manner in which he constructs his innings and paces it is what makes him a very dangerous batter for Ruwi Rangers.
Couldn't agree more on that.
Catch.
Big hit, mistimed, fielder coming underneath it and drops it. You can't drop catches,
Back him.
especially of players like Sanuth Ibrahim.
Oh, lads.
Dean Foxcroft
Nobody's there.
could have gotten another wicket. Kashif Ali is a good fielder,
Fine, boys.
but he's grasped that.
And that wasn't Kashif's catch, it was Ghazanfar's catch who was coming into it, running into it. The calling, that was an opportunity gonna miss. Was difficult, Pranav was blinded by the batsman. But it was a stumping on offer. So opportunities being grasped in back-to-back deliveries. A catch dropped and then a stumping missed. Once again, makes room for himself. Had he found the fielder, again falls short. So 3 chances in 3 deliveries and they're stealing singles and doubles in the process. Ruwi Rangers are living a charmed life in the middle.
Well, it's Sanuth Ibrahim who's having a lucky day. 3 back-to-back chances. And he's still out there. He can't believe his luck. I think he should buy a lottery tonight.
I don't mind contributing for the lottery as well, because I'm sure to win something.
Another slow delivery. This time some turn, some bounce. This is good bowling from Dean. He's been very impressive. He's created those chances. Overall, a good over for Ghubrah Giants.
It's no point creating chances if your fielders are dropping catches. That's my point. He's created 3 opportunities and all 3 have gone amiss.
A nice shot, cheeky shot there, but won't cross the 30-yard circle. Good fielding. End of the over. 3 overs gone. Ruwi Rangers are 24 for 1.
To continue. All lads.
Well, look at that batting card. Of course, 14 for Sanuth, and Khalid is yet to open his account. But one name that really surprises me in that is Gustav Berger. He's not opened the innings, and he's nowhere next in line. I'm sure that will change.
Tossed up, that almost crashed into the off stump. How did it miss it? Very close. Kashif knows it, so does the batter and the wicket keeper.
That was very, very close to the off stump. Missed by a whisker. He's a lucky man, I'm telling you, Sanuth. Living dangerously, but still alive.
Easy.
Single towards long on. Quite literally, he's had his chances for everybody to see as well. But they say in sport and life, you need that rubber the green going your way, that luck. But can he capitalize on it? That's the big question. He cannot be throwing it away after having 2 to 3 chances. Meanwhile, Khalid has been in, but still to get off the mark. And he holds the key to the total Ruwi Rangers set.
That's true. Meanwhile, Kashif will be looking to get his wicket. This is an interesting contest.
1.
Goes deep into the crease and plays it for a single towards mid-wicket. And that's how he begins his innings. Never showing any kind of hurry, no panic, because he's very sure of how he can accelerate later.
That's right. He likes to take his time out in the middle, likes to middle a few, get them into the gaps, take those singles, and then once he sets his eye in, he's a very dangerous batsman.
Once again, just exposing the 3 stumps, but interestingly, that bounce may have surprised the batter as well. That just took off. He's taken time, 15 and 14 deliveries.
Yes, he's actually eating those balls up, Sanuth. A difficult collect for Pranav. Again, high up in the air, no position whatsoever, and still doesn't find the fielder. In a way, this could be a blessing in disguise for Ghubrah Giants. He's almost playing runner ball now, and that is not a good sign for Ruwi Rangers.
Appreciable bounce there for the spinner, and that's what's catching my attention for the moment.
It will be interesting to ask Sanuth Ibrahim after this innings whether the batting, that track does really look like a good batting track or not.
Oh yes, because Kashif Ali from this end has actually generated enough bounce, and there's turn two with the new ball. This track clearly has its own ways of telling a story. Some problem across the side screen, and you can see Freddie, the umpire, just checking with a spectator standing behind the side screen. Remember, you have a left and right-handed batter in operation. And that's why that side screen will always come into the picture.
That's all right, Kashi.
Rocked on the back foot, Khalid Kail on that occasion, and gets a single to end the over number 4. Ruwi Rangers are 28 for 1.
It's been a decent start here by the Ghubrah Giants. This after they won the toss and decided to bowl first. They got the wicket, early wicket rather, of Ruwi Rangers. And that was Kashif Ali. And after 4 overs, it's 28 for 1. They'll want to capitalize as they introduce a pacer for the very first time in the match. Some hint of swing over there, but that'll be declared wide.
Well, the new bowler is Amin and starts off with an extra. Habib Amin. We'll have to bowl that again. Again, that early jitters of playing your first game. This is a good ball. And played equally well. Khalid Kail finds the gap. A chance for the square leg fielder. But doesn't stop it. And the ball races away towards the boundary for 4.
He's manufactured that shot. Never easy to play. Ball pitched outside off stump. And he plays it behind square leg for a 4. He's created that opportunity for himself. What a shot. And the highlight being, he looks to play along the ground. He does not like to play in the air. That's how Khalid is.
Fortune favors the brave, they say. And he's in prime form here on that occasion. Not the most convincing of shots, but he still managed to get that in the gap and has got 4 runs for himself.
Oh, this is audacious. He's again constructed this one, and I guess it's got the distance as well. By far, this has been the most audacious and innovative hit that we've seen. Quickly getting into position and improvising over the fine leg region.
Well, he's got 4 runs, no doubt about that, but I feel for Amin. It was not a bad ball. It was outside off, but he's manufactured, he's created that shot, Khalid Kail, and that's gone very close to that boundary rope. Just a few more inches on the other side, and that would have been 6 runs.
And how well he's targeted a new bowler. He's been waiting for an opportunity, and he feels Amin is the man. On the full this time, picked it, found the gap as well. And it's 3 4s in a row. That's Khalid Kail for you. He'll capitalize on the loose deliveries and make the most of run scoring opportunities. And all of a sudden, he's taken his team past 40 in the 5th over.
Well, that is why he's so dangerous, Khalid Kail. He likes to middle every ball, and the placement is absolutely impeccable. Quickly moves on to 14 off 6. This has been a brilliant over for Ruwi Rangers. All that pressure in the first 4 overs has been released, and Khalid Kail is a major contributor towards that.
And he's got Captain Pranav thinking as well now with those 3 boundaries. Beautifully played, straight drive, down the ground towards long off. Minimum risk, maximum runs is what Khalid believes in.
This is what I like about Khalid Kail. He's playing well. He's got those boundaries. Somebody else in that occasion would have tried to go for another big shot, That's boundary number 1. Boundary number 2. Boundary number 3 was my favorite, leaning into that drive. And then that straight drive for a single as well. So that is what I like about Khalid Kail. He's got a very sound mind, very mentally tough, and has the right temperament.
And this has been driven by Sanuth Ibrahim. Boundary number 4 in the 5th over. Amin has been welcomed with a barrage of boundaries, let me tell you. And he's conceded as many as 17 runs in 5 deliveries. And Ruwi Rangers are on the highway in this over. They've come back into the fixture. They were slow to start off with, and they've found a target over to capitalize on.
Well, this has been a very, very expensive over. Amin is already 18. He's conceded in 5. Last ball of the over. Bowls a much better delivery, a Yorker to finish it off. But overall, Ruwi Rangers have got the momentum in their favour in the 5th over. 5 overs gone. Ruwi Rangers are 46 for 1.
Come on, guys, let's do it. All right, quickly. Quick change, boy. भाग के अपनी जगह पे यार.
Some crowd enjoying the game of cricket. Meanwhile, there's going to be a change in the voices in the comb box to take you through the next 5. It's going to be Ashok Purohit alongside Suhas Vedam.
Change in bowling, coming right arm over.
Mohsin's been introduced into the attack. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, listeners. And very good evening, Mr. Ashok Purohit alongside me. What do you make of this game? 5 overs, 46 for 1. Both the batters with a barrage of boundaries.
A very expensive over there.
Oh, good one. Slight swing for Mohsin. Khalid was looking to get that boundary in the gap. 9 out of 10 times he gets it right. For someone who's been playing lap shots on the leg side, being so adventurous, that was more conventional for him, and he believed he could get a boundary there.
That's the beauty of Khalid's batting. He can manufacture shots, and you see the field for Khalid, Kail and Sanuth. They've got a boundary, person on the boundary on the leg side. 2 on the off side there. A long off and an extra sweeper cover there.
Yeah, for the left-hander. Loves to play the cut shot. Oh, he loves to play this one as well. Will this be taken though? It's going. Oh, it's put down. Idi Amin's not having a day to remember. That should have been taken. Especially when your team requires that momentum. Sanuth is racing with a cat over here. A cat has 9 lives. Let's see how much Sanuth has.
He's already got 4 lives. A tough chance, but then he could have managed it much better. Amin should have caught it.
Well, once that single will get it. And Kashif deciding not to throw as well because he doesn't want any more drama. The reason we said we don't need any drama is because this is what happened earlier in the over. Now, for his standards, Amin. Well, Amin. Then he tried to stop it as well. Adding insult to injury, it went before Khalid's decided to be very, very unorthodox, but equal efficacy.
He's been doing
that he brings to the table, isn't it?
He's been doing at consistent level, playing those unorthodox shots and getting those boundaries. Khalid Kail. One thing good about him is you can see this, how he manufactured this shot from the offside, plays a sweep paddle shot to the square leg and gets a couple of runs.
Credit to Mohsin as well. As soon as he saw Khalid was doing something cheeky, now he's done his part. Now, soon as he saw Khalid was doing something cheeky, oh, that's beautifully done. That'll be 4 more. Khalid's too good to miss out on a low full toss. It still had to be put away. Mohsin's learning it the hard way. Low full toss is not where you bowl to Khalid and what you bowl to Khalid.
Khalid has been good form. He has shown his intent. Very positive. Got the runs at a good run rate. He's already scored 22 of 10 balls.
22 of 10, and this over, they've accumulated 12 here, the double R's. Well, everything is runs. The edge, the bottom, the middle of the bat, everything has written runs over it. 4 more. Mohsin cannot believe it. It's not the way that he wanted to end the over. Khalid's rejoicing is staying in the middle. 26 of 11. 6 overs gone. 62 for 1.
The only wicket to fall, Kashif Ali picking that, 1 for 12. Dean Foxcroft completes the spell for 15 runs. Amin Habib, 1 for 18, and Mohsin Qureshi, 1 for 16. The last 2 overs, 18 and 16, coming off those 2 overs.
This is what happened to the final delivery of Mohsin's over. Very, very cheeky indeed. This was very deliberate. Not a genuine edge that he can be proud of, Mohsin. The batter has got the better of him yet again. And the problem here for the Ghubrah Giants is that both the batters are going for the boundaries and succeeding. When the opportunity is created, it's being grasped. Akil Khan. Now, had he been a lefty, had he been a righty there, it could have been a different story. He wanted to become a righty after starting off as a lefty. I think he would have been better served had he gone through as a lefty for that one. This could be taken. This is begging to be taken. This could be taken. This is begging to be taken. And it's put down. Will it trickle away to the fence as well? No, it doesn't. Dean will ensure that the throw is dispatched. Oh, what a fantastic effort.
That's fine, that's fine.
Shahbaz is one of the best fielders. This is Dean, of course. Watch out for Shahbaz in the deep. Covered the ground. Reached it as well. Full length dive. First it hits the palm, then a part of the elbow before it almost trickled to the fence. Then the presence of mind to recover from that dive as well. Fantastic work from Shahbaz. But nonetheless, another opportunity gone down. One-handed pick up and throw with a slide. Pranav Mehta will have a meeting after this innings for sure, and that meeting's title would be fielding.
Opportunities coming and then being grasped. So that's been the story so far, and Sanuth has been the maximum benefactor of those reprieves.
Yes, Sanuth at the moment is 28 for 5. Sanuth's having a lucky, not just a lucky week.
Indeed.
A fantastic week. That's a cracking hit. Oh, if a sound of the cricket ball meeting the bat could tell you how many runs it'll get, this is one of those moments. It was 6 from the moment it left the bat. Mr. Vino this time around in the stands. As Khalid requested him to be in the stands so that he can collect the ball more often.
You don't bowl such short balls to Khalid Kail, the informed batsman there. Makes the maximum use, pulls it over the mid-wicket boundary for a huge 6.
I'll tell you what, he's an excellent prospect for Oman cricket. Khalid, 32 of 12 and scoring difficult runs and scoring the ugly runs as well. This man's something else.
He's been in terrific form over the last couple of years. Was declared the best batsman in the Premier Division.
There you go. And look how quickly he adapts to all forms of cricket. That is high and handsome as well. He's got to recover from that fall. Akil cannot believe it. 2 back-to-back sixes He's favored the leg side both the times, this time more in front.
The third successive over where runs have been flowing, and Ruwi Rangers.
I mean, he's got to recover from that. Looks all right. He's back on his feet, and that's a good sign for Ghubrah. Kail is not finding rhythm today, and that is hurting Ghubrah Giants. Oh, that's slapped away. That's slapped away in the gap as well. Ghazanfar gets there. Two runs taken. The idea was to give it to the keeper. The throw was at the non-striker's end. Immediately as 2 was completed, Khalid wants a change of bat. 7 overs gone, 79 for 1.
Just in bowling, jersey number 1 coming on the ball. Jersey number 1.
Change in bowling. Ghazanfar has been introduced today in the 8th over. Right arm, medium fast.
Change in bowling, bowling.
Ashok sir, I'll leave it to you. Medium fast or gentle floater? Either way, effective very much.
He would be definitely relying on his line and length, which would be much needed here at this stage because Khalid Kail is in full flow. Sanuth Ibrahim providing the perfect foil for Khalid. Khalid 40 of 14, Sanuth 22 of 28.
Sanuth Ibrahim is giving himself room. Oh, he's generating edges of golden.
Boundary.
These are edges of golden color. 4 more.
Runs count the most for Ruwi Rangers, and that's what Sanuth would be interested in. An edge or a grassed catch doesn't matter till the runs are flowing like this.
Yeah, Pranav Mehta is a little worried though. Sanuth Ibrahim's 32 could have been curtailed to a little less. This is much better. I tell everybody's pushing for 2. 2 would be on here. And 2 runs it is. 2 runs by the time he gets to the ball. This is fabulous running between the wickets. 1, you get away for 4. Second, tap and run.
Very quick single taken there first by Sanuth, and then Khalid Kail makes it to the non-striker's end without much ado.
Kudos to Sanuth for calling 2 right away. Oh, got him this time. Ghazanfar, here's the rattle of the stumps. This is what he wanted to produce. Ghazanfar picks up a wicket of the 3rd delivery of his over. And it's Sanuth Ibrahim who's finally run out of lives.
Much needed breakthrough for Ghubrah Giants. The experienced Ghazanfar striking. The variation with a slower ball, and bang, the off stump bails are dislodged.
Sanuth Ibrahim, 34 or 25, a well compiled innings though, despite the lives. 4 boundaries in them, 85 for 2, the double R's.
The new batsman is Mr. Usman.
Okay, batsman, bowler ready. That's your leg stump.
Yeah, Usmani, Mohammad Usmani, right hand bat.
Batsman, bowler coming right arm over. 3 more to go.
Yeah, he's got to cement a place in the side, isn't it? When the senior stalwarts who are at the moment on international duty or shall we say national duty when they come back, Usmani should find a way to stay there in the 11. Hence, his batting exploits would be very, very important.
Very important at this stage. Goes
Nice.
for a big heave. Nowhere in the line of the ball. Misses it completely.
He's done well here. Ghazanfar not in control. But that's been the story of Ghazanfar's over so far. Will this go over the distance? No. Puts in the dive. Gets the throw in as well. Ghazanfar is wondering if he shall remove one of the fielders and put it behind the batter. Because that's where most of the runs in this over have been scored. First the boundary and now unintentionally 2 more.
Another edge. Lucky edge, I would say.
Would you believe it? More runs in the over unintentional than intentional. Oh, he's launched that into the skies. This should be taken. Safe pair of hands for Dean. Much needed wicket. Ghazanfar's turning it around in 1 over. He's picked up 2 important wickets.
Double strike there. Double strike by Ghazanfar, and that's what skipper Pranav wanted. Uses his experience to great extent, and this time Usmani going for a big heave, but straight to Dean Foxcroft there at long off. Usmani out for 2. Caught Dean Foxcroft, bowled Ghazanfar Iqbal. Ruwi Rangers 87 for 3.
Mohsin. Lala, andar aana, Lala. Jabu ja. जाबो यार एक बार में भाई अंदर मोहसिन लाला इधर आ लाला
Ida was gone 87 for 3. Hassnain has walked out to the middle with a bat in hand. Hassnain Ali. Oh, watch out for that big swing of the bat. Loves to target the leg side, loves to target mid-wicket region. And is someone who's extremely confident.
Ruwi Rangers would be requiring those big hits now. And they would be targeting
Akil, who has to slightly turn it away from the righty. Oh, that has just gone through. That should have been stopped. That's 4. Even more frustration here for the Ghubrah Giants. They picked up 2 wickets. They had to consolidate. This is the time. Hassnain breaks free.
They would be requiring these type of shots now, and Hassnain picks up a 4 of the very first ball, puts the pressure back on the bowler.
I sometimes feel we could reduce the commentary volume a little and increase the stump mic volume because Pranav Mehta's commentary is good.
Quite chirpy as usual.
As usual. That is not from the best part of the bat, but who cares? It's the best result. Magical. Hassnain's all power put together some timing and will make you the wonderful ingredient of hitting a 6.
Indeed. Another big hit. Another loosener. Takes it a full toss. Dispatches it over straight to the long off boundary.
That was traveling. It's not like it fell just outside the boundary rope. It went a long distance. And yet, the bat is quivering. He's looking at it in dismay. What was he targeting then?
Indeed. He didn't get it into the middle of the bat.
But he scored 10 of 2. The first ball of the over. He got a boundary. He showed that that wall on the offside can be breached. Now there is a long off in place in the shape of Ghazanfar. Will that change the tactics? Ghazanfar, will he get around it? Does well. Oh, does brilliantly. In fact, he's kept it down to a single. This is magical from Ghazanfar. He has earned a lot of fans in Pakistan and beyond. And this is why these are some of his heroics. That was hit very, very hard.
Indeed, and fantastic diving stop there. Bends his back there to ensure that a boundary is safe there. Ghaznfar, with all his experience, giving all he can.
For Khalid, however, who's been there for longer, Ghaznfar has come back to being a mid-off. So that means Khalid's got to target over mid-off. 3 boundary riders on the leg side and a wall on the off. There's no one on the off targeting the boundary. Still, he wants to go leg side. Pranav Mehta feels there's something that he can appeal for. Khalid felt he was safe and secure inside the crease. I just get a feeling that that appeal was out of frustration, less. Yes, I think it was. Oh well, did he drag the foot or lift it? That's another question. He's dragged the foot, so that means for at all times that foot was in contact with a part of the ground inside the crease. That'll be a single.
Khalid Kail understands that Hassnain has been getting those big hits. Takes a single. Akil, last ball of his over. Hassnain goes for a big expansive drive, but straight to the covers, and there's a chance for a run out there. Had he hit the non-striker's end, I think Hassnain would have been in trouble.
Hassnain picks up a single and retains strike. 9 overs gone, 100 up for the Ruwi Rangers. 100 for 3.
Quickly, guys!
Next time, sir. Bullet coming, right arm over.
Nine overs gone, 100 for 3. And to bowl the final over, it's Ghaznfar. He's picked up 2 wickets already. That back of the hand is pure magic.
Would big heave and a miss for Hassnain, and what an experienced bowler Ghaznfar is.
It's a good collect from Pranav Mehta. There was extra bounce. Oh, would you believe it? This was something similar to the previous one. Just a slight change in line. One outside off, one in the middle. You know that it's a very, very good delivery when it's not just the batter who's bamboozled, it's the keeper too. And once again, he rolls his fingers over it.
2 dot balls, 2 precious dot balls here by Ghaznfar.
And this time it's an edge. Ghaznfar cannot believe it. He's conceding boundaries only behind the wicket where the batter has more luck than skill.
Absolutely a lucky edge there, but fetches 4 more runs for Ruwi Rangers. A crucial boundary there after 2 dot balls in the final over.
There's not much Pranav Mehta could have done as well. He was covering for the line, and when it's at such pace, it travels as well.
Just a lucky edge there.
Every edge has been very lucky indeed, except for Sanuth. From the middle of the bat as well, he's been lucky. A single is what they want to allow Ghubrah Giants, and a single it shall be for the Ruwi Rangers. So 2 dot balls and a boundary, then a single. 5 of the first 4. Can he close it out well, Ghaznfar?
He has the experience, and Khalid at the take the strike. There's a change in the fielding now for Khalid.
Just in front of square in the deep now for Khalid. They're expecting him to go cross-batted. Khalid skied one up in the air. Pranav Mehta wants it. Pranav Mehta will take it. It's one of the most difficult catches. He said, no, it's going to be mine. I'll paddle backwards. I'll paddle in front. I'll keep my eyes on the ball till the end because I have got the gloves. I have a better chance of pouching. Ghaznfar has produced a 3rd wicket. This man is worth his weight in gold.
Absolutely. The 3rd wicket, the first of the last over. And Ghaznfar does what is expected from him.
It's Khalid Kail who walks for 41 of 17. What an innings it's been. 105 for 4. The last delivery of the innings coming up. 105 for the Ruwi Rangers. The psychological score of 100 is breached. Oh, that is high. That is huge. That reserves and deserves 12. It'll take a while for it to fall, but halfway through we knew it sinks. That's on the first floor of the Oman Cricket Academy building. What a way to finish. Hassnain will carry the momentum now when he comes out with a ball in hand. This is one of the longest hits of the night and the tournament.
Exactly. And what a way to finish by Hassnain. He was deliberating how he missed those 2 dot balls in the previous over of Ghaznfar. Not in fact in the previous over, in this last over. And he makes up with a huge 6.
He does. Sanuth Ibrahim would be mighty pleased with his boys' efforts. They have put a mammoth total. It's not going to be an easy chase on this kind of a track. The first 3 overs can decide the chase. They need a good start here. Sanuth Ibrahim, Ruwi Rangers skipper, 34 of 25. Shafqat, Ullah, 9 of 6 for him. Khalid Kail's been a standout performer once again, 41 of 17. And Hassnain Ali's brilliance towards the end with a cameo of 23 of 9 ensured that Ruwi Rangers are able to get to 111 in great style.
The bowling, Ghaznfar Iqbal, the most successful bowler, 3 for 19. Kashif Ali, the import, 1 for 12. Dean Foxtrot, none for 15. The others couldn't pick up wicket. Ibn Iman Habib, Mohsin Qureshi, Akil Khan, 111 for 4. Ghubrah Giants chase 112 to win.
There's some fabulous hitting coming your way. The 10 overs that they played was absolutely incredible cricket. That was one of the few catches which were pouched. Then came Khalid Kail, who was very fluent behind the wicket, as much in front of it. Sanuth Ibrahim, when he scores the cut shot, he's a different batter altogether. Then Khalid picked the spot nicely. Sanuth's end of the innings meant somebody else had to assume charge. And that's when Hassnain said, it's going to be me. From the middle of the bat, or not so much. Runs continued to flow. And he got 23 of them in just 9 balls. This was a very good catch by Pranav Mehta. Called early, no confusion, pouches it. This is the way the innings ended. Great camera work though. Oh, a great ball follow, one has to say, because that cricket ball was looking like golf in that black night sky. 112 runs required in 10 overs for the Ghubrah Giants if they want to be pronounced winners. We'll find out if they get there when we come back after a short breather with a chase.
Good evening and welcome. This is match number 8 for SkyExchange.net presents Fan Code Oman D10. It's going to be Ruwi Rangers taking on Ghubrah Giants. The second innings is just underway. We'll quickly check the first innings batting card so that we have an idea of what transpired in that first innings. Ruwi Rangers were asked to bat first. Sanuth Ibrahim scoring 34 of 25, and then came Khalid Kail, 41 of just 17 deliveries. He's a superstar. Hassnain Ali coming in and joining the party later in the innings, scoring 23 runs of just 9 deliveries.
The wicket takers for Ghubrah Giants were Gazanfar Iqbal, 3 for 19, and the only other wicket to fall went into the kitty of Kashif Ali, who had figures of 1 for 12.
Well, that is the bowling card. Now Ghubrah Giants have to come out and chase that total down. At the toss, Pranav was saying that he likes chasing. They are a very good chasing side. We'll find that out pretty soon. The two umpires walking out in the middle with the white ball in their hand. Mr. Freddy and the other umpire. I'm sorry, I'm missing his name. We'll find that out pretty soon. But the two openers, you can't miss their names. On your left, the superstar Gazanfar. On your right is Pranav Mehta, the keeper batsman and also the skipper for Ghubrah Giants. Both walking out. Ashok, what is the approach here going to be from Ghubrah Giants?
We all know Gazanfar's batting heroics have been in ample display during the D20, and he's a person who doesn't like to hold back much. He would be going for his shots, and he would like to continue the rhythm which he had with the ball, where he picked up 3 wickets. So the momentum is in Gazanfar's side. He would like to go for the shots. Pranav Mehta obviously going to take the strike.
That's right, Pranav Mehta, the keeper batsman, will have to give a good start, especially in the 2 overs of power play. Ghubrah Giants need to make sure that they utilize those fielding restrictions. And that man can definitely do that. Gazanfar Iqbal on your screens right now. Right-handed bat. Hassnain Ali, the bowler, had a great season for Ruwi Rangers in the first edition of Fan Code Oman D20. He'll be starting the proceedings. Let's play, says the umpire. Pranav Mehta to face the first ball. Wanted to pull it. Hasn't timed it too well. The ball hurried on to the batsman. Was too quick for Pranav. Must have brushed his glove as well.
A good start there by Hassnain. Hassnain has bowled consistently well in the previous match. He's been the pick of bowlers. And the first ball of the innings bowls a bit short on the leg side. Goes for a pull, Pranav, but doesn't connect it well. Gets an edge. Lands in a no man's land and is safe. A single taken and Gazanfar on strike.
Again, a short delivery. Wanted to pull it. Hasn't middled it too well. Hassnain Ali is bowling quick. And it's not going to be easy for Ghubrah Giants to score runs off him. Gustav Berger Goose on your screens. Normally opens the batting for Ruwi Rangers. But was not to be seen tonight.
Hassnain not giving much of room to swing the arms to the batters. The late swing
Catch
there
it
and
with the
it's
call.
Brilliant catch there. A fantastic effort there at mid-off, and Hassnain picks up the first wicket. Pranav Mehta going for a big drive. Hits it straight to the fielder, and the fielder there is Sanuth, the skipper.
Well, that is a good catch there. A low catch, diving in front. Shafqat is the fielder who does well to take that low catch. Pranav Mehta has to walk back, scoring 1 of 2 deliveries. An early setback for Ghubrah Giants, 2 for 1. New man in, number 3 for Ghubrah Giants, Kashif Ali, right-handed batsman. This is going to be an interesting contest. Hassnain Ali versus Kashif Ali.
Yes, a lot would depend on Kashif Ali, one of the 2 imports for Ghubrah Giants. In comes Hassnain, way down the leg side, and it's called a wide. After picking the wicket of Pranav Mehta, Hassnain a bit wavered, but has just conceded 3 runs in this over. This is the dismissal of Pranav. A fantastic catch, diving forward by Shafqat to see the back of Pranav Mehta.
Three balls done. 3 for 1 is the score. Nicely played in the gap. Beautiful placement. Will go all the way. Kashif Ali at his absolute best. And he's started off from where he left in the previous innings. Middling it from ball number 1.
A beautiful piece of cut there, piercing the point boundary to Kashif Ali. A nice way to start with.
4 balls, 2 more to go. Kashif Ali is a vital cog in that batting lineup for Ghubrah Giants. Short ball, good bouncer, testing Kashif Ali. That is a good ploy. Hasn't middled it too well. He's looking at the umpire, asking whether it's 1 for the over or not. In fact, it was the second bouncer of the over.
Yes, definitely the second short ball of the over by Hassnain. Gets away with it. So Hassnain has conceded so far 8 runs, including the boundary that Kashif beautifully hit through the point boundary.
Last ball of the over, 8 more. 8 runs on the board, a change in the field. The long on fielder goes onto the boundary ropes along with the deep square leg. Short and wide, and completely beaten on that occasion, Gazanfar. End of over number 1, Ghubrah Giants 8 for 1.
Jersey number 88 coming on the board. Jersey number 88. Batsman, bowler coming, left arm over to you. Next time, sir.
New bowler for Ruwi Rangers, left or right? Right arm off spinner? No, I don't think so. So Rafi continues, left arm over the wicket. Oh, what a good start. Perfect start from a left-handed fast bowler. The ball coming in just at the right length and cramping for room was Kashif Ali.
A nice ball to start his spell there. Rafi, the left arm pacer, bowling from Oman LNG end. Ghubrah Giants 8 for 1.
Starts off outside off. That is a good length, a probing length from Rafi. And Kashif will have to really innovate and try something different if he has to score runs off Rafi.
Keeping a tight line there. Rafi following up with a good spell of Hassnain who conceded just 8 runs in the first over and saw the back of Pranav Mehta. This is on the middle leg and he flicks it towards square leg. Just a single day for Kashif. And Ghubrah Giants add one more run to their score. 9 for 1.
Well, Ghazanfar and Kashif Ali will have to take the attack. They'll have to counter-attack this bowling from Ruwi Rangers.
Ghazanfar in particular goes for a big hit, misses it completely. Rafi has a cheeky smile after having Ghazanfar beaten. All ends up. A nice probing length outside the off. Ghazanfar goes for a big hit, misses it completely. Lucky to be there. Could have given an edge behind. Just conceded 1 run so far, Rafi. Bowling a very nice second over, tight over. This time Ghazanfar goes for a big one and he has scooped it high and it's taken. And that's the dismissal of Ghazanfar. Rafi has been putting the pressure on the batsman and Ghazanfar knew that few dot balls wouldn't have been wise. He goes for a big one and he ends up scooping there. Hassnain takes a good catch. A short ball goes for a big hit, mishits it and is well caught there by Hassnain at square leg.
Well, that was a catch, a good catch and a big wicket. Ghazanfar has to walk back after another failure for him. And this is bad news for Ghubrah Giants. 1 of 4. Ghubrah Giants are 9 for 2.
Not as good as 69. New batsman, jersey number 59.
1.5 overs, 9 for 2. Kashif Ali is the man who holds the key in this run chase. Of course, another overseas player who's joined him, Dean Foxcroft. Both these players will have to do really well. Meanwhile, Rafi has proven to be a very big and influencing factor in this innings for Ruwi Rangers. 2 overs gone. Ghubrah Giants are 10 for 2. Two overs gone, 10 for 2 is the score. Ghubrah Giants are looking in some trouble. They are facing some really big challenge from bowlers like Hassnain Ali and Rafi.
A fantastic power play display of bowling spell by Ruwi Rangers. Restricted Ghubrah Giants just to 10 runs and also seen the back of the openers.
Starts off with a fuller delivery. Goes into the hand of the point fielder. That's the last wicket of Ghazanfar, clearing his front foot and was in no position to play that shot because that length was a very difficult length to play that kind of shot. Scooping it up in the air and a very good catch taken under pressure from the fielder.
Hassnain there doing the job, picking up the ball very well under the lights to make it look so simple, a difficult catch. And now he's back to the bowling.
Oh, this one is going down the leg. Good collect. And it's a no ball as well. So, of course, no ball will precede the wide delivery. And that means it will be a free hit as well. Free hit signaled by the umpire. So it's a free hit signaled, and that means it's a license to go for the kill.
Absolutely, and Kashif would be hoping to make the maximum out of this no ball free hit. Hassnain would like to make sure that he puts in a Yorker here.
Straight down the ground, Kashif Ali middles it and middles it well. He had the opportunity and he's grasped that with two hands and a bat.
He had the license, he went for it, and such a clean hitting there by Kashif, which we saw even yesterday during the match of Ghubrah Giants.
That was such a clean hit. Very well done from Kashif. It was in the slot, but you still have to hit those. Good hand-eye coordination, quick hands, and a full flow of the bat, taking that ball straight onto the side screen. So some momentum injected in this Ghubrah Giants run chase thanks to that 6. But expect a comeback from Hassnain.
A much better delivery this time by Hassnain. Makes it a dot ball. And here we see how Kashif went for the huge hit. See the follow through, Shoaib. A wonderful follow through to complete a fantastic hit.
Absolutely a golf swing from Kashif Ali. He's impressed one and all. But he knows the job is not yet done. He needs to stay there. He needs to make sure the runs come in thick and fast for Ghubrah Giants. Short ball and beautifully played. Absolutely smacked that. Was waiting for that ball. He knew as if that ball was going to be bowled short. Was waiting and tonked it over deep mid wicket for a 6.
What a fantastic shot there by Kashif. Uses the power, and the timing was so good that we could see the moment it hit the bat, it was destined for a boundary, a maximum.
That's a very well played shot. Will give him a lot of confidence. Not that he needs it. He's already filled and beaming with confidence. This time he just nudges it towards point and takes a quick run. Direct hit would have been game over. Will just be a single. Decides to go against that run.
The lucky single for Dean Foxcroft. Had it hit the non-striker's end, it would have been curtains. Kashif Ali plays towards the point, and a direct hit from the point fielder would have seen Kashif back to the pavilion.
That was a good throw, just that did not meet the stumps. Lucky escape. Dean Foxcroft is the new man. Will be facing his first delivery, last of the third. Has played it nicely towards the sweeper cover for a single. He comes with a reputation and he'll have to stand up to that. 3 overs gone. Ghubrah Giants at 25 for 2.
Quick dismissals of both openers. Cousin for Iqbal and Pranav going back for 1 each. Kashif Ali not out on 20 and Dean Foxcroft not out on 1. The two imports of Ghubrah Giants. 25 for 2 after 3 overs. Ruwi Rangers.
What's your middle stump? Hassnain. Bowler coming, left arm around to you.
3 overs, 25 for 2. And after that fast bowler Hassnain Ali being hit, Mohit Patel has been brought into the attack. Left arm orthodox spinner. Will be interesting to see how Dean Foxcroft plays against left arm spin. Goes on the back foot, plays it nice towards backward point, and will get a single.
Interesting bowling change there by the skipper of Ruwi Rangers.
Next comes.
Mohit Patel being brought into the attack. It has to be seen how Kashif Ali negotiates the spin of Mohit.
Flatter trajectory from Mohit. Hit straight back. Important that how they approach this innings. This run chase. They need to target a few bowlers and try to score as many of them.
A faster ball there by Mohit. He has got very good action of a left arm orthodox spinner. See, gentle stride. Grips the ball very well. Jump. And then bowls it dartingly into the batsman.
Very well bowled. Very, very well bowled. He's not giving them any room, any width. Can he continue to do that? Just 2 runs off his 4 deliveries so far. Makes room, Foxtrot. And plays it towards the sweeper cover. There is a fielder there, so won't go all the way. Will just get a single.
Mohit keeping it very tight. The inside out by Dean Foxcroft just gets a single there. Kashif Ali on strike. Full toss, low full toss. Kashif dispatches it towards the out of circle. Takes a single. 28 for 2. 29 for 2 after 4 overs. Hassnain Ali has been expensive, picking up 1 for 23, and the other pacer, left arm pacer Mohammad Rafi, picking up 1 for 2.
Four overs, 29 for 2. The run rate has just dipped, and it's not working in their favor. They don't have a lot of time, Dean and Kashif, and they will have to take on the experience of Jitenkumar Ramanandi. He's a tricky customer. Reminds me of a right-handed bowler of the same stature. Played a lot of IPL. Rajat Bhatia.
Nice ball to start with. Keeps it on the line, on the wickets. Jitenkumar Ramanandi concedes only a single.
There was another West Indian left-arm bowler who played a lot of T20 cricket. Similar bowling action. Big hit, but nowhere where he intended it to go. Will just get a single. He's smiling, but I'm sure there must be pain under that smile somewhere. Look at that hit on his arm and then onto his helmet as well. Krishmar Santoki, West Indian left-arm bowler. Reminds us for certain Krishmar, Jitenkumar.
This time Kashif goes big. And it's dispatched to the maximum. A nice flick of his legs and gets him 6 valuable runs. Much needed maximum here for Ghubrah Giants.
Oh yes, that was on the pads, asking to be hit. When you bowl on the legs, it's always an easy chance to go for a big hit, and that is what Kashif Ali did. Played it up and over, and it's got half a dozen, 6 more. 37 for 2.
A slow ball there by Jitin. Batsmen steal a single there. in front of Khalid Kail, who fails to pick up the ball. Going to, this is the single. Khalid goes charging but fails to pick up the ball. And a single is taken. Ghubrah Giants 38 for 2. Kashif batting on 30 of 18. And that's a wicket for Jitenkumar Ramanandi. Dean Foxcroft, clean bowl there.
Well, Dean Foxcroft has been foxed by Jitenkumar Ramanandi. We know that he's a tricky customer. He knows how to vary his pace. And on that occasion, look at that. The off spinner taking the inside edge of the bat and hitting and crashing into the middle stump. Dean Foxcroft has to walk back, and that's a big wicket, a big dent in that run chase for Ghubrah Giants. 4 of 6 is Dean Foxcroft's individual score, while Ghubrah Giants are tottering at 38 for 3.
New batsman is Shahbaz, taking the guard. Jitenkumar Ramanandi to bowl his last ball. Shahbaz Nasser, the right-hand batter, to face the last ball of Jitenkumar Ramanandi. A good ball, but on middle and leg. Jitenkumar completes his over, concedes 9 runs. And Ghubrah Giants are 38 for 3 after 5 overs.
Change in bowling, jersey number 25 coming on the ball. 2 and 5, 25. Oh, Rana, पीछे चले जा Rana.
Change of bowling, and the skipper Sanuth Ibrahim coming to bowl, and there's also a change of guards in the commentary team. Joining me is Suhas Vedam. Very good evening, Suhas.
Very good evening, Mr. Ashok. Very good evening to the listeners and viewers as well.
Easy,
Heights in the gap. He's called for 2 right away. Kashif squeak. But Shahzad's going to respond. He'll stick with the single.
Batsman, bowler ready.
Sanuth gave the team the needed boost in the batting. Had a good innings to put the team in a good position, and now he's leading the bowling team, leading the bowling attack.
Hits it nicely, but straight to the fielder. Sanuth Ibrahim was remarkable with the ball in hand yesterday. Would want to replicate something of that sort today as well. Kashif is in great touch too. And this is why there is a long on, but just to watch it sail. Kashif was absolutely clear of what he's doing. His bat is listening to him today.
Yes, a superb shot there by Kashif. Gets to the length of the ball, gets to the ball and dispatches us with a knee down.
What a hit that one was. The stamp of authority. Oh, this one did not get the elevation. Will be taken. Kashif's innings has come to an end, but a well-made 37 it is. Out of 46 that the double Gs have managed, 37 belong to Kashif. Just tells you that Not only was he doing the bulk of the scoring, he was taking a lot of strike as well, keeping them in the game. Sanuth Ibrahim's provided a much needed wicket.
Indeed, that's the wicket they were looking, and the skipper delivers a similar shot. Trying again, a hit too many for Kashif, and he lobs it straight to the fielder on the ropes. Kashif Ali dismissed for 37, caught Mujibur, bowled Sanuth. Ghubrah Giants 46 for 4 after 5.4 overs.
That's taken by jersey number 45. 4 and 5. Wicket keeping. Next time, sir. Jai.
New batsman in after the dismissal of Kashif. Sorry. Azmatullah Qazi is the right-hand batter who comes in at the crease after the fall of Kashif. Nice ball by Sanuth. Ensures that there is not a single taken there. Picks it on the follow-through.
Lovely bowling. Sanuth.
That quintessential sit up. So unique to Sanuth, but whatever works for him. If a sit up is what provides a hat trick, which is not the case, it's the way he delivers the ball thereafter. 6 overs gone, 47 for 4.
चलो boys, चलो यार. That's it.
The dismissal so far of Ghazanfar and Pranav out for one each. Kashif Ali, the top scorer so far, 37 of 21. Dean Foxcroft for 4 of 6 balls. Shehzad Mohammad and Azmatullah on the crease.
Mohit.
Azmat
Ow!
has somehow got it away.
Mohita.
Azmat lucky to get a edge of Mohit's delivery.
Mohit.
Well stopped by Mohit.
क्या बॉलर है भाई. आश डाल रहा है शबा मोहित भाई. दो ही शाबाश.
This time there's a single taken by Shehzad.
A 64 to 22. The game's still on. Somebody has to take the initiative here. The problem for Ghubrah Giants is that there are 2 new batters at the crease and they're taking a little bit of time to get going. That one went straight to Khalid Kail. Azmat's a good hitter, mind you. And so is Shahbaz. I will sneak that single. Azmat's not happy because he realizes 5 deliveries into this innings. Runs are not flowing off his bat.
50 of 4. Last ball of the 7th over.
Oh, that's another good Yorker. Shahbaz did really well to dig it out and will only get a single. This has been a fantastic over. 7 overs gone. Ghubrah Giants 51 for 4.
Batsman, bowler ready, please. Ready.
Sanuth into his second over. Had picked up a key wicket of Kashif in the previous over.
That's straight down the ground. Protection in the deep will only be a single. And Shahbaz is yet to find the middle of the bat. He's a very good puller of the ball, especially of pace bowling. Shahbaz. Well, that was... And he's given it the fingers up. Azmat's dismay has come to an end. It's come to an end. Sanuth Ibrahim it is who strikes again. Azmat Ali was struggling. And the struggle ended with this one. Beating the outside edge. And was way outside the crease as well. Despite that effort to drag the foot, wasn't able to do. Up went the finger.
Brilliant piece of stumping there. Mohit got Azmat dismissed.
Yes, Azmat's gone for a meager score.
New batsman in jersey number 5.
Shah bhai. Sanuth bhai. Top bowling, Sanuth bhai.
In box motion.
2 more to go.
And he's got his task cut out. Hit shots like these on a regular basis. He's pushing for 2 as well. Shahbaz is quick, but will have to settle with a single as Hassnain's quick too.
Shah bhai.
Sanuth keeping his line and length in place. The shorter ball. Shahbaz goes for a big hit, but straight to the fielder Hassnain on the boundary. A well-judged catch there, and that sees the back end of Shahbaz innings. 53 for 5.
Yeah, was slightly early into the shot. The slower delivery has worked again. Sanuth Ibrahim is making it a habit of picking up wickets in every game. Deep inside the crease, but catching practice. Wanted to get it in the gap, but didn't get the elevation though. Clean catch by Hassnain. And out goes Shahbaz. Couldn't get going. Another wicket down for the double Gs. The sit-up works so well. Catch it is the call. Catch it shall be the catches. Oh, no, it isn't. Simplest of catches have been put down. Vinu sir cannot believe it. And nobody else could. Khalid Kail's affording a smile. So is Jitu. That's only because the game they feel is in the bag. Would you believe it? Difficult catches taken. The simplest of the catches being put down.
That's the sitter there. And Jitenkumar Ramanandi spooning it.
Oh, good one. Cutting the angle as well. Wasn't in a good position to collect the ball. Ida was gone. 55 for 6.
Bowler coming, left arm over. Covering leg. Coming left arm over to you.
Ida was gone. 55 for 6. Jitenkumar. All set to bowl that line and length. He's got a slightly longer run up now Mr. Ashok, why do you think that's the case? That's in the air. Oh, the longer run-up works. Let's not ask that question at all. Longer, shorter, as long as it's producing wickets, it works for sure. It became easier, didn't it? Extra bit of bounce on offer. And straight to the fielder. Interestingly, Mohit wasn't at the edge of the circle as well. He wanted to cut down the angle too. Sanjaya Ravindra departs for 155 for 7, the double Gs.
Naseem over. Wicket है.
And this game's quickly slipping away from Ghubrah Giants. They need someone to bat out of their skins. Would it be this man who's timed the ball so well off the very first delivery? Or this left-hander backs a punch, Abdullah.
Indeed, a wonderful pull shot there by Abdullah. First ball he faced and he hoiks it over the mid-wicket for a huge 6. A shorter ball and he goes for it, completes a maximum.
Well, that could have skidded through. Will pick up a single. Jitenkumar, no matter where he bowls, when he comes into bowl, he's so very effective. Abdullah gets a boundary first ball and then a single. 52 of 9.
A very tough task there for Ghubrah Giants. It's almost over for them, but here a last ditch effort, and that's another dismissal there for Ghubrah Giants. Mohsin back to the pavilion after a catch practice there. Sanuth Ibrahim taking a very simple catch there.
Yes, even those full tosses aren't going the distance. This is just not the day for Ghubrah Giants. Mohsin, any other time, would have deposited that into the stands or beyond. Today, Mohsin Qureshi, 2 of 3, another failure with the bat in hand. 60 for 8 for Ghubrah Giants. The game is slipping away. Wow, this could be another catch. And oh no, it's put down. Now every time we think it's going to be a catch, that's when it isn't.
Yeah, it was quite a difficult catch for him. He tried his best, but Hassnain Shahbaz there. Sorry,
Shafqat.
Shafqat.
The batter himself was walking towards the pavilion as soon as it went up in the air. He thought that would be taken. No, not to be. Shafqat. Again, another very good fielder. What's happening to the good fielders today? Trying to run the second one, which wouldn't make much of a difference here. What will make a difference is only the big sixes. Even that too will not make a difference now mathematically. 63 for 8 after 9 overs.
That's number 45 coming on the ball.
Nine overs gone, 63 for 8. This game's done and dusted as far as Ruwi Rangers are concerned. They can see the 2 points creeping towards them.
Ghubrah Giants require 49 of 6. Akil, the new batsman, joining Abdullah. Jiten completed a fantastic 2-over spell, 3 for 17, and it's Mujibur to bowl the last over.
Being introduced into the attack to bowl the last over. That's how luxurious someone like Sanuth will feel at the moment. His team has done the trick for him. First with the bat in hand, he himself contributed. Now with the ball in hand, impeccable.
Yes, that was a clinical performance by Ruwi Rangers. They have proven time and again that they are one of the favorites.
Left arm around you.
I think the difference between the two sides today has been the catching.
Indeed, few catches of Sanuth Ibrahim proved really costly. Akil to take the strike.
Swing and a miss. White ball signaled. Mujibur is delaying his sides win. Let's just put it this way. Sanuth Ibrahim with a wry smile.
Ghubrah Giants require 47 of 5. Mathematically, it's out of question.
Akil Khan gets to practice some batting in the middle. Gets some game time with the bat in hand. Oh, Akil Khan almost got in the way of the throw. He wouldn't want to do that because he was anyways rubbing his shoulder and the back where the game started as well. Wasn't looking well.
Indeed. And they run the overthrow.
Everything's fine, and then you look at this equation of 45 or 4 and you're thinking overthrow, yes they ran. How much of a difference did it make? Akil is standing his ground. He's asking for a wide delivery. He wants to make the most of the deliveries that he has now.
Yes. And you see here, there's not a wide, a hit and a miss there.
Absolute waft. Gets it high. Does he get it handsomely as well? Just enough. Gustav Berger cannot believe it. Hassnain tried his best. In the end, it's a 6. Akil, take a bow.
Yeah, good attempt there by Hassnain on the ropes. Akil goes for the big one, which he has been trying for over the last 2 balls. And this time connects it well.
Swing and a miss. They've gone for that run, and the run was a hallucination. Another wicket. Akil only started to run because Abdullah was charging. Rangers have picked up another wicket, and Ghubrah Giants, they've realized this game's done and dusted. Waiting for formalities with a couple of more deliveries.
Absolutely, only the formalities remain here. Run out at this stage. Anyway, it was never going to make much of a difference.
Good work by the keeper though.
Yeah, good work by the wicket keeper there. And Abdullah returns to the pavilion. Abdullah Faizan out for 9 of 5 balls, run out. Wicketkeeper Mohammad Uswani doing a good piece of work. Ghubrah Giants 73 for 9 with the ball to spare.
Number 9. Next time, sir. Batsman, left arm around. Final ball coming up.
Final ball. And this could be catch practice as well. Our Ghubrah Giants getting bowled out in 10 overs. No! Another catch dropped today by Jitu. There was an opportunity to get some more points on the net run rate by bowling out in opposition. The catch was put down, but they can still allow that catch to be put down because that's how well they scored with a bat in hand. The Ruwi Rangers. Ghubrah Giants couldn't manage much. Now this should have been taken.
Absolutely sitter there. Butterfingers of Jitu coming into play. Second time he has done it in 2 successive overs.
Even he would be having a smile. He's usually a good fielder. Yeah, you could see Gustav's reaction as well. I can't believe you dropped this one with Hassnain putting all effort in the deep, trying to make a catch out of something. You've made a mess out of a catch.
Absolutely, but the clinical performance of Ruwi Rangers, whether it was bowling and batting, proved to be the difference.
Yes, they know where exactly they've got to work, what exactly they've got to work on. Despite those drop catches, you see that they win by a hefty margin. Tells you how well they've played all
Quite-
departments of the game.
Quite a big margin of victory for Ruwi Rangers, and they have made it 2 out of 2 and Ghubrah Giants suffer their first defeat.
Ghubrah Giants need to do some thinking. Today's performance was definitely not even half of what their side is capable of. And that's always a problematic situation. This is why with the bat in hand, this is what Ghubrah Giants have managed. Cousin for Iqbal went for one, and that is a problem indeed. They rely on his fireworks up front. Pranav Mehta then departed for one. Kashif Ali was the lone ranger in the middle. 37 of 21. He was holding the innings together. And after he left, all in single digits. 4-4, 3-2-1, 9-8-2. No, we are not calling London. 75 for 9.
The bowling, Hassnain Ali 1 for 23, Mohammad Rafi 1 for 2, and this was Jitenkumar, Ramanandi and Sanuth Ibrahim picking up 3 wickets each. That derailed the chase of Ghubrah Giants.
Yeah, Pranav Mehta was the first to go. This was a spectacular catch. And then you soon saw both the openers had departed. And once Kazanfar also went back to the pavilion, it was all a Kashif show. Sixes raining in front of the wicket. Behind, there was an effortlessness with which he played those. Dean saw one that castled him. But Kashif could only do so much. Azmat never looked comfortable in the middle, and so did Shehbaz. This was again catch practice. So many good catches taken, and couple of them easy ones dropped as well. All in all, it was too much to do for the lower order, and the target was a distant dream. Ruwi Rangers pick up a victory by a hefty margin of 36 runs in a D10 game. 111 for 4 for Ruwi Rangers with a bat in hand, and they said 1-1-2 and Ghubrah Giants will pronounce you victorious. But Ghubrah Giants could only manage 75 for 9 because of Kashif Ali's 37 of 21. They were at some stage in the game, but thereafter nothing much to talk about. Khalid Kail's 41 of 17 for Ruwi Rangers, and of course Jitenkumar's 3 wickets were the highlights. That's all we have for you at the moment. We'll dive into a short break and come back with more.
Very recently in the Oman D20, Ruwi Rangers were awarded as champions and looks like they've continued from where they've left. In their second game, they registered their second victory and they did it in convincing style. Put into bat, they got 1-1-1 for 4, largely aided by performances from Khalid, Kail, 41 of 17, and of course Hassnain Ali, 23 not out of 9 deliveries. And in the chase, Ghubrah Giants never looked like getting there as they were restricted to 75 for 9. Another clinical performance by the Ruwi Rangers, showing why they are favorites as well to win this edition of the Oman D10. In the presentation party, I have with me Anindon Yogi, Head Communications, Kimji Ramdas, and little Aditya as well, who will be giving the gift hamper to the player of the match. And it goes to someone who's made it a habit in this tournament and who's playing the captain's innings and delivering with the ball as well. Sanuth Ibrahim of Ruwi Rangers, awarded as the man of the match. Once again, back-to-back awards for him. Very well done, Sanuth. Keep up the great work. He scored 34 in 25 deliveries, and then he also got 3 for 13 in this particular match. Remember, last evening, he got a hat-trick as well with the ball and scored 40-yard runs with the bat as well. Top performer here for the Ruwi Rangers. Sanuth, quick chat before we let you go. Yeah. How about buying a lottery?
I'm thinking about it.
But you must be really pleased, especially with your performance and also the way the team has responded.
Yeah, actually, we are playing without the national team players, with the seniors. So the way the players have responded, they are doing amazingly well. So it's happy from my side that I could lead them in the proper way.
It does not look like you'll have any kind of a deficiency in any department, but you still feel there is some area that you'd want to put focus on going into the games further?
Actually, so far we have played according to the plan, and the boys have done well. Credit to them. Like if we go like this, I think we can have a good finish.
Well, the way you are going looks like you'll need a new closet for all the trophies that you're accumulating.
Hopefully I'll get one.
Very well done. You're putting up a great job for the team and in this tournament as well. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so that's it from the presentation area. But before we let you go, I'd like to remind you we have another match coming up between Azeba 11 and Kuwait Warriors. So when we come back after a short break, we'll get you live action of that game.